2, 1.
7 things you probably didn't know you need to know. I'm Jamie East, and this is the Smart 7.
Good morning, it's Friday the 8th of October and it's World Octopus Day. And a big happy birthday to Chevy Chase, Sigourney Weaver, and Bruno Mars.
7.
Thursday saw fresh warnings on energy prices as National Energy Action predicted that a further round of gas price rises, which may come in April, could drive a further 1.5 million people into fuel poverty. Business Minister Kwasi Kwarteng spoke at an energy industry conference where he suggested that the message from the gas crisis is that we need to focus on our climate change goals.
The recent issues that we have with the volatility of the gas price, incredible spikes and then falling back, I think that shows exactly why we need vigorously to pursue our climate goals.
Labour's Shadow Business Secretary Ed Miliband says the government's missed the boat on a range of energy options that would have helped with the impact, and he thinks the government is still not taking the crisis seriously.
Throughout this crisis, the government has underplayed the situation. Kwasi Kwarteng has been saying, well, companies just go bust all the time. This happens in the normal course of events. This is not a normal course of events. We are massively exposed as a country. We are more exposed than other countries. And I'm afraid that this is a crisis made in Downing Street.
There was really good news for those hoping to get away from the energy, fuel and supply chain crises as the government published a big update to the travel lists on Thursday, which removed 47 countries from the red list, including South Africa, Brazil, Mexico and Thailand.
It's obviously a major step forward for travel and for people wanting to travel and for the travel sector. We know with coronavirus that things can change, but I do also think that at this stage, with so many people fully vaccinated, both here at home but also now abroad, that things have settled down a lot, and that's why this is a major step forward today.
There's also a switch in terms of the testing required. Instead of an expensive PCR test, now all you have to do is provide a photo of a negative lateral flow test on your return. However, there is concern that this may mean the government won't be able to track any new variants.
We will still want to have that check-in of a lateral flow test, but of course if that turns out to be positive, people will be able to immediately take a PCR test, and they'll be able to do that through the NHS in the normal way as well, and so it will be pretty quick and convenient.
There were 40,701 new cases of COVID-19 yesterday in the UK, with 122 additional deaths. In the United States, Pfizer have formally applied for approval to the Food and Drug Administration for emergency use authorization for their COVID vaccine for children aged 5 to 11. White House COVID response coordinator Jeff Zients says if the approval's granted, they could be ready to roll out a program by Thanksgiving.
It's dependent upon the science and the medicine and the FDA and the CDC's actions, but those are all at the end of the month. And if there is approval or authorization and a CDC recommendation, we are ready.
You think this could begin before Thanksgiving?
Again, up to the FDA and CDC scientific processes, but yes, it could, and we will be ready as soon as the FDA and CDC give the go-ahead.
It's become part of our everyday landscape, but the Sky Dish could soon be on its way to the recycling bin. It's been 30 years since we first had satellite dishes appear on walls and rooftops, but now Sky's launching a new smart TV, which means no more dish and no more set-top box. Sky was bought by Comcast in 2018, and CEO of Comcast Brian Roberts says this new piece of tech is an incredible innovation. It's called Sky Glass.
All the wires are gone, all the boxes are gone. You can talk to it, it tells you what you want to see, it shows it to you right away. You can switch from music to exercise to television to news. It's an amazing product, and I give great credit to the team here at Sky for their innovation.
Still to come on the Smart 7, Newcastle fans finally get some good news, and Brooklyn Beckham brings culinary genius to American TV. Right after this.
You're listening to the Smart 7. If you're enjoying it, you might also like the Smart 7 Ireland edition. Just search and follow us on your favourite podcast platform.
3.
Mike Ashley finally sold Newcastle Football Club on Thursday after a turbulent 14 years of ownership that saw them relegated twice from the Premier League. Fans have been increasingly unhappy with Ashley, and they were the first to celebrate once the deal went through. The The takeover, at a cost of £305 million, sees the club owned by a consortium which includes Saudi Arabia's public investment fund and makes Newcastle arguably the richest club in the Premier League immediately. Financier Amanda Staveley, who fronted the deal and is part of the consortium, met with fans yesterday and says she's delighted and she's not short on ambition for the club.
Newcastle United deserves to be top of the Premier League, and we want to get there, and it'll take time, but we will get there.
The BFI London Film Festival's on until next Sunday the 17th. There's a packed schedule of events and the stars turned out early, with Jay-Z and Idris Elba rocking the red carpet for the premiere of their new western The Harder They Fall. Idris was excited about bringing some of the wild, wild west to the South Bank.
It's a western, it's an American story, but James Samuel's at the heart of it. English London boy from the Harrow Road, me from East London. It feels very special to bring this film here, but not only here, to the festival, and brings people back to the cinema. It's exciting.
Now, it's easy to mock American food, weird bacon, giant portions, whatever candy corn is, but it's a real moment of national pride when one of Britain's finest, Brooklyn Beckham, one-time wildlife photographer and now Britain's hottest chef, apparently, took centre stage on the Today Show. Brooklyn was demonstrating incredible culinary skill. Well, incredible if you've never been to a harvester, that is. He was asked where he gets his culinary inspiration, and apparently his dad's the cook at home.
He likes to cook anything: risotto, pasta, loves steak.
Here, Brooklyn carefully constructs his masterpiece, the fried egg, sausage and bacon sandwich on white bread.
Actually, my great-grandma taught me how to make this. So I first put the sausage. Bacon, and then the egg.
Okay. No, wait, what about the ketchup?
And I always like to squish it down a little bit.
Squish it down, he says.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take a bite.
Wow.
And let's check in on the American love.
Does it taste British? Yeah, I was going to say, I'm an egg sandwich connoisseur. I will say that, Brooklyn. I like it because it's so hearty.
This has been The Smart 7. Wherever you're listening, do us a favour and hit the follow button. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Have a great day. Written, produced and published by Daft Doris.